My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Cryptmaster. In the last episode, we were continuing to try and solve another one of those cryptographic puzzles that we found around the area. We know that it is 6 letters long. We know that it is space, O-R-N-A space. I can't think of a word that does that. And also, I can't find any more examples of that code. I've done so much walking. So, without being able to do either of those, I think I'm gonna wait for the next time I'm given that code in order to try and actually get more information, more letters, coverage, etc. And in the meantime, our progression appears to be locked behind the inability to get into these libraries. So why don't we ask Ulara about the library?
Hello. Good evening. My library is my one great vice, you know. More or less. You see, I'm a simply avid collector.
Key?
No, I don't think we'll discuss that. What else?
Open?
I don't want to talk about...
Well then. Outfits?
No, we're not.
Well,
Farewell for now.
that's, a lot less useful in terms of giving us a direction than I had hoped. I used the pod. Does Rust Bomb work on these doors? I can tell you for a fact it does not. So then how am I meant to get through? I wasn't told like a bunch of episodes ago and I've forgotten since, right?
It has here a spell that transforms a dog into a hog.
Laura, why won't you let me go into the library? It seems like the coolest thing about you. Well, I guess we are in the library. We're just not in the west or the east libraries. I was so certain that was going to finally give us direction here. I think I'm going to pause until I can figure out where I'm going. Okay, I've found out I may have just been a little too non-specific when asking Ulara. Ulara,
Hello.
I want uppies.
What are we to discuss this time?
Uppy. Up.
You're going up? How delightfully perverse of you. The commerce here does not usually flow in that direction. Actually, I could help you with that, only I might require a small favor of you first.
That's
What do you say?
wonderful. Yes.
How kind. Now, you might have noticed my rather extensive library on your way up here. The books there have been collected carefully over many centuries. They are treasures beyond worth, and the most precious of them are the sacred tomes of the gods who once inhabited this region. But there are 4 books that elude me still. 4 lost gods eking out a miserable existence in their island temples. I don't know why they prefer that to a comfortable spot on my shelves, but I suppose they have their pride. I've unlocked the library for you, so take a look at the scrolls I've laid out near the other gods. Each one contains a clue to the name of a god's island. When you know the name, I understand you have a way of traveling there? You'll also need to figure out what power the god still has before you can subdue it. But I'm sure that will pose you no problem. Bring all 4 books to me, and I will grant you what you desire.
Roger, Roger, Roger. Go get you the
I'll
books
see
from the
you
library.
anon, no doubt.
That can't be a problem, right? It'll be easy. Thank you for unlocking these doors. Okay. Read the history of the city, Z.
It says here that the city's zoological gardens are home to the Underland Pavilion, containing captured specimens of toadmen, sentient rats, glutinous blocks, and other subterranean species. You know, it would serve them right if the whole Underland were to rise against them.
Now, I warn you, I am going to get completionistic on this, and I am going to go through each of the available letters that they give me here. So if the flavor text of that is of no interest to you, I'll see you in like 5 minutes.
It says here that Aldo has been the head priest of Shalia for untold centuries, and he more or less rules the city. He sounds like an absolute ass.
That character has been mentioned in multiple past stories for characters, most specifically that Sin once got Aldo to resurrect someone so that we could kill them again, which means we also know that they can resurrect.
There's a book here that lists all the books about books that have ever been written. Idiots.
Well, that's the classic book.
There's a book here called Crypticism. Ooh, fascinating. Did you know that ancient legends tell of a mysterious ghostly necromancer who dwells in the very deepest crypts? It's lovely to be noticed.
I'm glad someone does, buddy.
Lots of books here about the city's methods for determining whether somebody is living or dead. It seems to me to be a rather arbitrary distinction.
Not a useful one, though, sadly.
King Edgar was a king of this land before the city was founded, it seems. Apparently, the people chose him because he was fair, then deposed him because he was boring.
That would be King Edgar the Just, who we've encountered the tomb of earlier, and currently we're not wearing the crown of, but we do have his crown.
Here's a book about fish. It says here that mermaids are the only fish with hair. I never knew that.
And I still don't.
Goggo. Apparently, all this land was once his, above and below, gifted by the elder powers in the springtime of the world. I feel rather mean now for sneering at his titles.
As you well ought.
High Mages? The Council of High Mages was established by Metropolitan Edict 73 years after the city's founding, and was later subdivided into 7 distinct minor councils, each with authority of... this is the most boring thing I've ever read.
I have to agree, especially because my mind wandered to the degree that I solved Nix's. It's metal, and it's going to be... Oh, I thought that would have been dealing damage for M's. Deal 1 damage plus 1 extra for each ally on cooldown. Interesting. But it was still metal, so it works out. Was that H that we were reading at the time? Oh, you can't reread them. Okay.
High Mages?
Never mind. You absolutely
The
can't
Council
reread
of
them.
High Mages was it seems that Is, the deity of desire,
the deity of
liked
desire.
the letter R because it's the only one that can be found in hatred, but not in death. What a weirdly specific fact.
That seems like it's legitimately going to be useful. Why can't I read I can't read the Gogo line again? That's weird. So that's Is. All good on that one.
There are lots of books here about you, Joro. Apparently, you were a noble champion of great strength and purity. Purity, I love it. It says here that to become an initiate of the trickster god Klaxo, you had to pull his divine thumb. I don't know what that means.
I'll tell you when you're older.
It says that Loria was once the great goddess of justice. I expect that's one of those jobs that sounds more important than it is.
So there's Loria, Is, Klaxo. Loria, Is, and Klaxo. Is this a reference? No. I thought it was a reference to what Mysterio says, but that's Klaatu Verada Nikto, and it's not related. It's not related to Loria, Is, or Klaxo at all. But kinda sounds like it could be, right? A little bit.
Oh, Maz, there's a book about you here. Actually, it's a book written by you. Perhaps you should sign it.
Get to it. Oh, wait.
Scandals and Sybaritism, a biography of the sea witch Nyx. Ooh, dare I read on?
Sybaritism? I don't know, my life.
Some fellow called Orthos seems to have written a lot of these books. There's even one here with his name on it, but there are no pages in it.
Strange. Don't know who that is.
It says here that Pain, the god of doom and destruction, once thought the alphabet was too soft and curly for his use. So he made a new one by replacing all the letters with a tougher set of symbols. Okay,
we might get more information as to the glyphs that I've been looking at in his area.
Quests. I didn't know there were so many sorts. Sub-quests, side quests, quest markers. What are they?
I am glad that this game doesn't have quest markers that just directly point you to where you need to go. Like, I do like I do like when games give you quests that give you information and then you need to interpret that and appropriately apply it in the world rather than just following a bead towards the compass path that's knocked at the top of your map. However, also would like things to be a little more clear, so, yeah, what do I actually feel?
Listen to this. Rats are notoriously unsanitary creatures, known to carry a number of deadly diseases due to their poor personal hygiene. Well, I guess that settles it.
You're a rat?
Ooh, listen to this. After her part in saving the city, the notorious assassin Sin was posthumously pardoned of all her crimes. The reading of her pardon took fully 3 days.
Joran, is yours ready? Ready. It is! I've just been typing read and I just looked over at Joran and I was like, that kind of could fit, right? Joro once ate his way out of a glutinous block. And also, Joro always slept with his sword. This was partly because he couldn't be surprised, so he couldn't rather be surprised while he slept, but also partly because he really liked his sword. I don't think we have any... No, metal will have new flavor text. The laws of nature are delicately balanced and not to be tampered with. Unless you're Nyx. Nyx just didn't care.
The Temple of Shalia sits atop the Great Seal and is home to the High Priest Audo, the Order of Paladins, and a world-famous spa and wellness complex. Ugh, sounds horrible.
I don't know. I think you could do with a moisturized body.
According to one of these books, the Countess Solara was once considered the fairest and most eligible maiden in the city, but her reputation took a tumble when she bit off a suitor's nose. Good for her. There's a book here about vampires. Ooh, look at me. I'm 700 years old and I have the skin of a teenager.
Well, maybe if you went to the wellness centers.
According to this book, and before wax cylinders were invented, it was common to freeze spoken words so they could be transported, packed in ice to their destination. When thawed in the correct order, they would deliver their message. It sounds like a lot of bother to me.
Couldn't agree more.
It says in this book that it's illegal for a bear to play a xylophone. I wonder what prompted that law.
Lobbying. Humans getting kicked out of the jobs. No xylophones can be played by a human when bears are on the xylophones. Bears rip it up.
Yellow is the color of celebration, to be worn on all important occasions. I can't even remember what colors looked like. It says here
right,
that
that's the
the
final
city's
one.
zoological gardens are home to the Underland Pavilion, containing captured specimens of toad. If you find out the names of the gods' islands, you can say them aloud and I'll take you there.
They're islands. The thing is, I found the name of the gods. Moria, Isklaxo, and Pain. I don't believe I was told they're islands. However, I imagine if I cross-reference this with information that I find in the other library, I will have the full set of information and be able to go where I need to go. That makes the most sense to me. Love bugs! There is a crown carved into the mantelpiece here. There is? Can you tell me where? You're telling me it is there. I'm seeing nothing. Crown carved into the mantelpiece here. Well, I'll have to take your word for it. I do not believe you. Oh. Just a scroll there to read. This seems extremely auspicious, though.
I've seen these symbols before.
All right, I need to figure out that whole alphabet, I guess. Is it each of them?
A rather pedestrian rhyme scheme, don't you think, Maz?
Two rhyming words, pleasing to the eye. The first can follow thunder, the next can follow fly. Storm? And no, what follows thunder? Thunder. I mean, thunderstorm. Thunder strike? Thunder. Two little words, no need for any more. The first, ahead of board. The second, before door. Cupboard? Would make sense as the first there. The second, thundercup? Thunderclap? And the next can follow fly. Fly, flap, fly. Are you describing the same words each time? Clapboard? Is that a thing? Thunder white? Thunder black? Just because whiteboard and blackboard certainly makes sense. The first ahead of board, the second before door. Back door? Thunder crack? Lie back? And then crackboard and back door? Two little words. No, the second ones don't need to be rhyming. The first ahead of board, the second before door. Alright, I'm gonna leave and just look at the other ones for a second as well.
Oh, this looks like a tricky one.
Edict 13-70023B on the changing of place names. A. All the letters in the name should be advanced by one step in alphabetical sequence. Vowels are sinful letters and may not advance. The first two letters of the word should now switch places, unless they're vowels. If any letter now finds itself between two vowels, then it must be removed, burned, and replaced with a holy letter. The holy letter must not be named here, but if you pause to think of it, it will naturally come to your lips. We already know that Loria likes the letter R. So we have the solution, or we have the pieces for solving this. So, on the changing of place names. So the thing is, I don't know what written on her island of Grace. What if the name of it is just Grace? It's just Grace. I want to try Grace. Okay, it's not that. So I think it was maybe initially... No, it was initially Grace. Okay, so it's got to change from that. So all letters of the name should advance by one step in alphabetical sequence. Vowels are sinful, however, and may not advance. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So H, Q, R, S, H, S, H, S, A, D, E, H, S, A, D, and E. And then the first two letters of the word should now switch places unless they're vowels. They are not, so it becomes shade. Actually, it says shade. The word shade. If any letter now finds itself between two vowels, then it must be removed, burned, and replaced. So that's the D near the end, and it becomes a share. It's not S-H-R-E? Oh. Removed, burned, and replaced with a holy letter. It's not shade. You're thinking, okay, well. We might still need that other library.
More doggerel.
The island of Is. The Boisterous Islands of Is has shrubs but no bushes, no homes but houses, both mice and mouses. Cups but no cauldrons, lunch but not dinner, both saints and sinners. Okay, so we know that Is likes things based on whether or not the letters are present in the word. So what's present in shrubs but not in bushes? The letter R. So R, and then in homes, sorry, not in homes, but is in houses, is the letter U. In both mice and mouses, they share both M and E. I'm going to take the M. Cups, but no cauldrons. So that could be a P. Lunch, but not dinner. L, and in both saints and sinners. Rumples. Rumply. Rumples. Okay, so it's definitely R for the first one. No homes, but houses. So that still has to be the U, but in both mice and mouses, that can be E. And it's in cups, but not cauldrons. It still has to be the P. Lunch, but not dinner. It's just, there's a lot of things. I still think it's probably R-U-M-P. It's in lunch, but not dinner. Rumpus.
Yes, that may be it. Go and stand in the middle of the room and say it out loud.
Yeah, that seems to make the most sense. Let's try Rumpus. You specifically wanted me to try it from standing in front of this statue, right? Rumpus. Come on, give me a sign that says this is the island of Rumpus and it's all in pain text. Come on, baby, I need it. I needs it. Ooh, I'll take a bonetail. I haven't gone fishing in ages. Take the letter A. What a gift! Nostalgia. As nostalgia. He fully heals himself for a nostalgia tick. Is 3. Oh. Ooh. Hello, Skull. What have you got to say?
Arise!
What is it that can be full of holes but still hold water?
Full of holes, but still hold water. Why am I finding this difficult? Full of holes, but still hold water? I mean, I want to say like an argument. I want to say like a case. I want to say like a, but again, you know, if it's full of holes, it doesn't hold water. Is the idiom of it all. So what would make this not just a humdrum? What would make this interesting? What is it that can be full of holes, but still hold water? A garden. Yeah, of course it's not a garden. Why would it be a garden?
Arise!
What is it that can be full of holes but still hold water?
Excuse.
No.
Arise!
Reason.
What is it that can be...
Alright, fair enough. I'm trying long shots.
Speak, spirit.
What is it that can be full of holes but still hold water?
Clouds.
No.
Come on, then.
What is it that can be full of holes but still hold water?
Teapot. Kettle. What does full of holes necessarily mean in this instance, right? If I have, say, a particularly ornate stein, right? And it has like a lot of filigree at the top. And it's got like a lot of, it's got like a dainty edge to it. It's got a doily edge of some kind. Like it's got like a bunch of holes in the design, certainly. Still holds water. Don't imagine that's the answer. A particularly fancy stein? Is that the answer? Is a single word? Can be full of holes, but still holds water. Stop, my Tommy. Oh. Person. A person is full to the brim with holes, but they can carry water from a well. Other places to get water as well. Person. Boom. That's it. No. Beg to disagree. Need a demonstration.
Speak up,
what?
Phantom.
What is it that can be full of holes but still hold water?
Hold water, not carry water necessarily. It holds water. I don't know why I'm so struggling in inventiveness here today. You keep your secret, Skull. I'll be back. Oh, don't you dare believe that I'm staying away for any period of time. Oops, accidentally got another A. Well, let's still give some stuff to Maz. Nice that it wasn't a total wash at least. Right, so this is... That's where we teleported in onto those. Those don't at least appear to be important yet. I definitely have to kill this man, right? Yep, absolutely. Boo-boo! Can I punish you for the letter B? I absolutely cannot. Okay. So, I'm gonna crack you. Lift, pinch, lift. I'll take an O, why not? Definitely gonna have to do a little bit of feasting. A stitch. And a
Hi, how are you? Oh, you're looking great. I mean, really great. Have you been working out? Oh, it's been so long since anybody came to see me. I've been all on my lonesome. So come on in, make yourself at home. I'm afraid the place is a little run down. My snakes have had the run of it for centuries, so just don't hiss, okay? They're kind of sensitive.
I've no intent to hiss at the snakes. What? Would you, as an amateur archer, you picked up a bow for the very first time, you've got a quiver on your back, you pull out your first arrow, you try and knock it back, are you gonna take aim at the world's greatest archer? Would you pick a dung-eating contest with flies?
Remember
No, I'm not
what
gonna
she
hiss at a
said.
snake.
Don't hiss.
No sibilants in this area. I can't use the letter S. Ooh, that's intriguing. And it'll continue to be so in the next episode when we actually get to account for this. For the moment, my name's Rhapsody, the name of the game. It's been Cryptmaster. Top left is the series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, future, YouTube recommendations down below, stream past, and the names of the people search analysts supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays, and are above the thank tier. And special thanks this episode to Victor. Hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.